This presentation will demonstrate the Austrian method of subtraction for whole numbers. I will use as my example 763 subtracted from 2001. Notice that in the ones place I'm first attempting to subtract 3 from 1, which is impossible to do. I perform what is known as a borrow by taking a 10 from the tens place, adding that to the 1 that is already in the ones place, turning that into an 11. At the same time, I show the 10 I just borrowed down below as a small placeholder 1. Now going back to the ones place, I take 11 minus 3, which is 8, and I am now done with the ones place column. Moving to the tens place column, I now attempt to subtract 6 from 0, which is again impossible to do. So I borrow a 100, and showing that with a placeholder 1 in the hundreds place. So now the 0 in the tens place above becomes 10 tens, which is 100. 10 tens minus 6 tens is 4 tens. 4 tens minus 1 10 is 3 tens. So in other words, I took 10 minus 6, which is 4, minus 1 is 3. And I am now done with the tens column. Moving to the hundreds column, notice I'm attempting to subtract 7 from 0, which is impossible to do. So I borrow a 1000 from the thousands place, and I show that with a 1 shown down below in the thousands column. So now I have 10 hundreds. 10 minus 7 is 3 hundreds, minus 1 is 2 hundreds. Now I do my final subtraction in the thousands place. 2 minus 1 is 1000. So my final result is 1238. To check my work, I'm going to go ahead and add that result to what I originally subtracted, which was 763. If I add these two numbers together, I should get 2001, the original value I started with. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry the 10 into the tens column. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 6 is 10 tens. Carrying the 100 into the hundreds place. I now add the hundreds place digits. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 7 is 10 hundreds. I carry the 10 hundreds into the thousands place with a 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 thousands. And again, notice that my result, 2001, is exactly the same as what I started with in the subtraction problem. I want you to notice two things about the Austrian method that I think are important. The first thing to notice is that I don't have a lot of crossing out taking place in the top row of my subtraction. Normally under the American method you would have to cross out zeros, put nines, and it gets very messy very quickly. So this method, the Austrian method, is much cleaner, not a lot of crossing out. It's very easy to go back and see where you may have made an error if you did make one. The second thing to notice is that all of the carries in my work that I used to check my subtraction are in exactly the same place as the ones that I used as placeholders when I did the subtraction. This makes sense. Since addition and subtraction are related to one another, they're inverse operations, I should expect to see that the two operations in the work that I used to check my subtraction and the subtraction mirror one another. In other words, they kind of image one another, so to speak. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much.